Hi and welcome to this tutorial for the front post and back post double crochet stitches. These are stitches that I often use when I make either sweaters, hats, mittens and so on, where I'm going to have ribbing on the bottom, just like the mitten you see here, where there's a prominent ribbing here in the bottom like this. So if I show you a little bit closer, you see that ribbing effect, which is really beautiful. And one of the reasons why I love this stitch so much is that it grows fast, so you don't have to use a lot of time making this stitch. So putting this away, I'm going to show you also which yarn I'm using. You can see I have a little bit of a scrap yarn here. However, I have the real yarn here with the name Filcolana. It's a 100% wool and I really love it because it's so soft and yeah, it's great to crochet with. So recommend this. We'll put a link in the comment section. My crochet hook is a crochet hook from Knit Pro called Symphony Rose, and it's really beautiful. It has like this beautiful shaping here. It's wood and it's my favorite. I use it all the time. So I'll put a link for that one as well. So on to the stitch. You can see here I have started a little bit. I chained 12 stitches and then I made a DC or double crochet stitch in the 4th chain from the hook. And then I continued with double crochet stitches in all the chains. The result is that I have now 10 stitches on this row. So starting with this one, 1 to 10. So a little bit about the stitch. The front post and back post double crochet stitches are made around the post of the stitch. So it's not made in the top here as usual, but around the post. And the post is this part, and if you drag it a little bit, you can see there's hole on both sides. So you're going to put the yarn, put the hook through one hole, go either in front or in back of the stitch and come out on the other side. So this explanation is a little bit important because it's hard to see. So if I show you without crocheting, for a front post double crochet stitch you would go in from the front, go through the back and come out on the front again. For the opposite side, the back post double crochet, you would go in from the back, go in front of the stitch and come out on the back again. So for the back post, the hook is hiding, and for the front post, what you're crocheting is hiding behind the hook. So this is going to help you understand when I do the instructions, like we're actually doing the stitch. So let me show you. Start by doing 2 chains, which are the beginning of the stitch. Then I'm going to yarn over and start a front post double crochet stitch. It's going to go through that hole I talked about, go to the back and come out on the front again. And then I'm going to yarn over and pull up a loop like this. Then I'm going to finish that double crochet like I normally do by yarning over and pulling through 2, yarning over and pulling through 2. So I made a front post double crochet stitch. Then I'm going to repeat that stuff for a back post double crochet stitch by yarning over. I'm going to go from the back, as I told you, make the hook hide and go through here. You can see the hook is hiding now. I'm going to yarn over here and pull up a loop, yarn over and go through 2, finishing the double crochet, yarn over and go through 2. So I made 1 front post and 1 back post double crochet stitch. I'll repeat that, yarn over, go through the hole, go into the front again, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over and go through 2. That was a front post double crochet, and for the back post double crochet, yarn over, go from the back through the hole and to the front through the hole. And pull up a loop, and finish the double crochet as usual. So I'm going to try to do the finding the holes a little bit slower. So you can see here I have 2 holes here if I stretch it a little bit for the front pass double crochet. So I'll yarn over, I go through the first one from the front, behind, and come out in the front again. Pull, yarn over and pull up a loop. Yarn over, go through 2, and yarn over and go through 2. I'll repeat that, yarn over for the back. So I stretched it a little to show you the holes. I go from the back, in front here, and to the back again. I'll yarn over and pull up a loop. Yarn over, go through 2, and yarn over and go through 2. Repeating once more, yarn over, like this. And a back loop, finding the holes. Oh, the pulling up the loop can sometimes be hard, but I can do it. I hope you too. And I'll finish the row with a regular double crochet in the chain, so the last chain you made. And pull up 2 and pull up 2. So we just made 1 row of front pass and back pass double crochet stitches. You can see there's already ribbing effect here, and it's the same thing in the back. You can see the ribbing effect. So I'll turn the work and we'll do it again. But before I start, let's see here. You can see this first stitch here is a back loop double crochet, but if I turn, the exact same stitch will become a front loop double crochet. I'm holding it here, but it's the first one here. So in the previous row I made a back loop double crochet, and for this row in the same stitch I'll do a front loop front pass double crochet. If you hear loop anytime when I say front pass or front loop, I mean front pass. I'm sorry, it's my mistake. I'll start a new row to show you this final round. Chain 2, yarn over, and I'm going to go through the pass of the stitch again. It's a little bit more prominent when you have already done a row of front pass and back pass double crochet stitches, so it's easier. So I'll go through here like that, yarn over, pull up a loop, and finish the double crochet as usual. Yarn over. So for the back, the same thing, you find 2 holes, you go from the back, you go through them. You can see the stitches over the hook here, yarn over, pull up a loop, and oh, I made a mistake, I'm sorry, I forgot to yarn over before I started the stitch. Yarn over, go through here, and yarn over, and pull up a loop. What's happening here? There you have it. And pull up a loop, and pull up a loop. So I'll repeat, finding the holes, just going behind here. It's really easy now. So let's see if I can do the back loop easily now. Yarn over, you can see the back here, going through, having the stitch over, yarn over, pull up a loop, go through 2, and go through 2. I'll be a little bit more quiet and do the few extra ones here slowly. I'm sorry. Like this. So you can see how it ended up after 2 rows with this ribbing effect, like this. So I'm so sorry that on a couple there I really struggle with the back loop, but that's how it goes when I crochet slow. But I guess you figured out how it's done because I did it so many times. So this is the front pass and back pass double crochet stitches. Shoot me an email if you have questions, or comment below and share it if you like it. So happy crocheting!